Hello and welcome to the Dave Outdoor YouTube channel. Today I am at Lake Fork. I would be fishing, but it is raining. So instead, I decided I am going to show you all how I make my own custom fuzzy dice. First, you're going to need a skirt. I like to use these Yamamoto bait. These guys. And then you need a needle as well. And I tied a piece of fishing string to it to help out. So first, you're gonna want to cut the skirt off of the keeper. If you don't have a keeper, like it's just off a bait, you just cut it off the band off. So I'm just gonna cut it. Okay, you see I cut it off the keeper. And these are examples of what we're gonna be making. This is like a wool wacky worm build. And this is like the dice thing we're gonna be making. And then this is like the tail part, as you can tell, that we're making. And this is how I'm gonna rig the wacky worm one. And this is how I like to rig the other one. It's just on a little wacky hook, a weighted wacky hook. I just hooked it through the body. And I put it on a wacky watch. So, let's get started. First, you want to cut these up into little pieces. I like to cut right at that tail for that one. And then I just kind of pick a little groove and go cut it on that one. Okay, I got them cut up in little pieces. So now is where you start sticking the skirt through. You're going to get your needle and you're going to stick it through. Then you're going to get your piece of skirt and you are going to stick it through the piece of fishing string. Just stick it through right there, and you pull it. You don't want it, you want it about 25% of it out of one side. You don't want it 50-50 or it won't work. If you do accidentally put it 50-50, all you gotta do is pull one of the strings to make it longer, and it'll pull right out. And you just keep doing that until you feel like that's enough. Just like so. Stick it back through. Keep pulling it. And you pull that one out until it's about level. If you feel like your skirt is too long, you can just trim it up. On this one right here, you can tell I trimmed it up a little bit because I feel like it was too long. To have different colored skirts, so I can like change up the color on it. This is what it looks like so far. I think if I add a few more, and I'm gonna trim it a bit. This is the finished product of one, and now I'm gonna trim the skirt a little bit. I mean, you can leave it long if that's what you want to do. I just like to trim it. And that is our finished product. Now I'm going to make a wacky worm one. I'm going to show you how I do that. So first, I get the tail, I fold it over like this. And then I find where I fold it over, and I find that little groove, and I just chop it right there. And I'll use this side as another one of these. I might chop this in half. It's pretty big. So as you have this, you're going to want to flip it over again. Like you want to do, and now you just want to trim the edges. Try to make it a full, kind of the same size. Okay, I have it to a near relative size. And now I'm just going to do what I did on the dice and just stick it through. This is one side. Now I'm going to go do the other. Okay, this is the finished product of the Wacky Worm. Finished products. Thank you for watching. See you next time on Dave Go Outdoors.